Hello and welcome to our live stream coverage of today's SWPL 1 fixture between Partick Thistle and Dundee United here at Petershill Park, a game where both teams will be looking to try and climb the table. Dundee United currently sitting in 6th, potentially they could go up to 4th if they win this one, and for Thistle they're in 10th, they could go as high as 6th, leapfrogging Dundee United with a victory. So quickly before we get to kick-off, run you through today's teams. First of all, for the home side, it's number 25 in goals, Megan Cunningham. Number 3, Kim Murphy. Number 4, Cheryl McCulloch. Number 5, Demi Faulkner. Number 6, Rebecca McGowan. Number 8, Claire Doherty. Number 11, Jordan McClintock. Number 12, Rachel Donaldson. Number 15, Lindsay Taylor. Number 16, Cara Henderson. And number 22, Abby Ferguson. On Thistle's bench, it's Kim Ramsey, Rosie Slater, Beth Mackay, Caitlin Canavan, Taylor Hamill, Amy Bullock, Charlotte Terry, Freya McDonald and Leah Robinson. The team for Dundee United, it's number 1, Fiona McNichol. Number 4, Lisa Ryan. Number 5, Jade McLaren. Number 6, Danny McGinley. Number 9, Robin Smith. Number 10, Georgie Robb. Number 12, Rachel Todd. Number 14, Rebecca Foote. Number 17, Cassie Cowper. Number 20, Tammy Harkin. And number 26, Claire Dilworth. On their bench, it's number 2, Eve Donald. Number 3, Rebecca McMillan. Number 7, Eve Guthrie. Number 11, Jodie Malcolm. Number 15, Joan Fraser. Number 16, Kiara Bonner. Number 18, Emily Arthur. And number 22, Emily Mitchell. So big thank you to our match sponsors as well for today, the Jags Foundation. Thanks to them for their support, and the two team captains, Demi Faulkner and Jade McLaren, now lining up ready to get things underway here. As I say, big game for both teams coming into it off the back of wins in their last league games and then defeats in the SWPL Cup. Thistle losing 2-0 to Celtic and Dundee United losing 2-1 away at Motherwell, but last league games an 8-1 victory for Thistle at Glasgow Women, while Dundee United came from behind to beat Hamilton 3-2 at home. So the points vitally important today. That win for Thistle against Glasgow Women was their first of the season, and now only one defeat in the last 4 league games for the Jags. 2 draws in there against Spartans, a goalless draw away from home at Ainsley Park, as well as a 2-2 draw against Aberdeen up at Cove. Whereas Dundee United have got 2 victories on the board, that one that I mentioned between themselves and Hamilton Accies, and then they've also gone away from home and beaten Glasgow Girls. They won 4-0 at Untitled Park back in August. So now ready to get things underway. It'll be Dundee United to kick us off. Thistle attacking the end to our right to begin with, and there we go with the start of the game. It goes back to McLaren, worked over to the right hand side. Immediately Ferguson chasing. She got a goal in her debut last time out against Glasgow Women, her full debut that is, and a couple of assists to go with it too. At the back, Demi Faulkner defending. The ball's going to stay in play though. Work backwards, the cross is going to come into the middle. Doherty try to deal with it and taps it back to her own goalkeeper. Some claims for a back pass there, but referee not interested, as Megan Cunningham grabs the ball and will just slow things down a little bit for the Jags. Thistle, who have got the best goal difference in the league out of any team outside the top 4, -3, obviously helped by that big victory at Glasgow Women last time out in the league. Ball forward, headed sideways. It's going to come forward now. A good ball over the top, and Faulkner and McCulloch have to be aware. The ball's still there though to be hit. There's a shot in, claims for a handball this time, but again the referee unmoved, and McCulloch will pick up the ball, hit it long down the line. Thistle can try and get their first attack of the game going as they win a free kick in front of the home dugout through Ferguson. Ferguson on loan from Celtic, as I say, had a really impressive first start. Came on as a substitute against Rangers the previous game before that and looked lively, but really made her mark against Glasgow Women. Ball with Donaldson here, goes into Taylor. Really nice bit of footwork from Lindsay Taylor, looking for passes forward, tries to find either Henderson or Ferguson, but ended up just between the two of them, and then Faulkner with a high ball forward, controlled, and then Lindsay Taylor able to get a foot on it, but still going to be Dundee United's ball for the moment. McGowan though does well to win a header, now coming forward, a ball over the top looking for Henderson, but that one's going to skip away for a goal kick as we reach just about the 3 or 4 minute mark. Still no serious attempts on goal for the keepers to deal with. Thistle looking for their first home points of the season. Granted, they've only played at home twice in the league, and those games were against Rangers and Celtic, so they're looking to make home advantage count today. There's McCulloch winning the ball. It'll bounce back to Ferguson. Controls it, then plays it in behind, but is covered well by the United defence, then given away though, although it's then covered again, and the ball just been won and lost a few times there. Comes forward for Falconer to try and get a clearance in. Now Docherty's going to have to chase back, pressing, and it's going to be a Thistle throw in as McGinley knocks the ball out of play on the near touchline. Docherty to take the throw in. She's been very impressive in the right back role this season. Played almost all her football as an attacking midfielder or a striker since she joined Thistle, but filling in defence and doing a tremendous job this season. This ball in behind looks like a dangerous one, but just didn't quite have the right angle on it to find the Dundee United player as McCulloch sweeps up and gives it to Murphy. It was Lisa Ryan that was making the run behind there. Now with Ferguson, and again United claiming for a handball, but it's not given, and play goes on, and United win the ball back. So over to the left hand side where it's Rachel Todd. Todd playing it inside, trying to find Smith but couldn't manage it, and Thistle win the ball back. And we'll work it back to the goalkeeper, Megan Cunningham. Dundee United's number 12 there, Rachel Todd, was the player of the match, and their win over Hamilton Accies, scored the opening goal. Should be looking to build on that, this afternoon. Very sunny Petershill Park. It's McGowan forward to Henderson. Henderson sees Ferguson's run. It's going to go over Ferguson's head to Donaldson. Donaldson couldn't divert it back to Ferguson. No, now Lindsay Taylor trying to pick the ball up in the middle of the park, and now there's a ball over the top, and the offside flag is going to go up against McGinley. Thistle doing well to hold their line there. Cunningham bringing it forward to take this indirect free kick. Still no real goalmouth action. 6 minutes gone. So Cunningham diagonal up to the left hand side, flicked on by Taylor, but will come back Thistle's way. Kim Murphy steps forward to get his head on it, but again Dundee United able to clear it pretty easily, and then really good turn in the middle there from Smith, but she lost the ball in the end. Murphy could just play it back to Falconer, and Thistle with a chance to just take a bit of time and pick a pass, ball over the top, and the offside flag is going to go up against Rachel Donaldson, although she doesn't agree with that call. So McLaren goes long. McCulloch well placed to get a head on it. Can Donaldson keep it in? Not quite. It'll be a Dundee United throw in on their right hand side, just inside the Thistle half. Throw in goes in and finds Smith. Smith though couldn't really control it with their first touch, and that ball's going to break to Henderson now. She's got Docherty on the overlap, but looks over the top for Ferguson, who's chasing against McLaren, but Ferguson just lost her footing at the wrong moment, and that means that United are able to see off this bit of pressure. And it's played up the park off of Claire Docherty, and it'll be a throw in to United, but Thistle's first little bit of threat in behind. Cowper being told to just take a few steps back to take this throw in. Looking up the line at the moment, goes short with the throw to Harkin, and then a long ball over the top, and that could be one that Todd could keep in. She's racing away from Falconer, but the ball's racing away from her as well, and it'll go out for a goal kick. So another kick for Cunningham to take here. As I say, huge potential ramifications for the league table today, and got a full slate of matches. It's been a bit disjointed in terms of the fixture schedule the last few weeks, but all 12 teams playing this afternoon. Donaldson here on the left hand side, rushing forward onto her left foot, try to get past her marker, has to check back. We'll play it back to Murphy. Murphy's got a lot of time and space here, puts it into the middle, dealt with by McLaren. then flicked on, but it'll come back out to McGowan, who works it to Donaldson. Another chance to get it in the box, does put it in the box. Ferguson here, straight into the keeper's arms. Really big chance for Thistle early on here. First real opening for either team, and Ferguson just couldn't find either corner. Looking at those other fixtures that we've got in the league today, we've got Celtic v Glasgow, and that's the only one that kicked off before us. They were a noon start. Hamilton's lost to Glasgow City, Hearts, Hamilton, Aberdeen, Rangers away to Hibs. That's live on BBC Alba. Kicking off at 10 past 4 and Motherwell against Spartans. So we'll have to keep on attacking that later on. Still Millwall here at Petershill Park though. And Graham Angton asking for a free kick because Lindsay Taylor went down, but referee got interested and adjusted the ball. Caught by contact. Biggest challenge at one, but really getting by having Spartans carry right out for a throw. Thistle just seemed like they find the throw in the game a little bit after a start where Dundee United are looking pretty lively. And there's going to be a free kick given here for a foul on Claire Doherty by Rachel. Thistle showed no changes from that 8-1 win over Glasgow. There was a back pass from Faulkner, looked a little bit short but had plenty on it in the end, and Cunningham was able to come and kick it. The contact now, knocking it on for Donaldson to chase, but not going to be able to get there for that one, and then Kim Murphy's header going out for a throw-in. And just short breaking plays. Sharon McCulloch ties her shoelaces. McGowan with a tackle in the middle of the park. Played forward to Smith. Smith turning away from Faulkner but straight to Doherty, and now Henderson can carry it forward. Ferguson asking for a pass, not getting it immediately. Still Henderson on the ball, trying to go past our marker. Goes down. No foul according to the assistant referee and the referee, so it'll be a throw in to the visitors. And a throw into Thistle as the ball moves into the Jags half. Ball over the top that Falcon's going to have to deal with, and she just takes the safe option, puts it out for a throw-in, and Dundee United able to move up the pitch a little bit. Kuiper with another throw-in to take. Doherty clearing it, comes back to her, then cross it in the middle, really good run as well. It's going to come to the back post, chance for a goal, and just a complete miss hit there. Another big chance, this time for Dundee United, and it was Lisa Ryan coming at the back post, who really should have done better with that one. And there's a half-time score from the Celtic Glasgow game. Celtic 2-0 to the good in that one. Glasgow currently sitting bottom of the table with no points from their opening 6. Thistle on 5. So for Thistle, not only a chance to climb the table, but also distance themselves point-wise from the bottom of the table. Sherman McCulloch there with a clearance, going to go out for a throw. Claims for a handball, and it's going to be given against Dundee United. So Thistle free kick, and neither team really dominating the game so far, both with one big opportunity. Happy Ferguson for the Jags, volley from about 8 yards out that went straight into the keeper's arms, and then at the other end Lisa Ryan coming at the back post couldn't make any contact, it seemed like, with the cross into the middle. It's Cunningham's kick. Came in a long header, one in the middle by United through Harkin, but then McGowan's clearance forward is going to go out for a throw. She felt she was fouled, but referee not listening. Just let the game flow for the most part so far, the referee, despite a lot of claims for different things. There's McLaren's header, flicked on and then flicked on again, but will be out for a Thistle throw. And the Jags just maybe not quite finding their rhythm yet in the way they did against Glasgow women. There's the ball forward to Taylor. Really nice little turn from Taylor. Tries to play it in behind for Henderson, but doesn't have the angle on it to find the number 16, and the goalkeeper, McNichol, comes out and grabs it. But Thistle definitely finding more pockets the last 5 minutes than did the first 5. Long ball forward, Falconer's header. It's going to come to Cara Henderson now on the right flank. Driving at Todd. Todd, though, recovering well, playing it back to her teammate, and then the clearance will put it out for a Thistle throw. But definitely Thistle feel like they're on the up at this moment in time. Doherty's throw into Taylor. Taylor holds it up, plays it back to Doherty. Doherty's got Ferguson in the middle, goes to the right for Henderson. Henderson trying to get past her marker, but again just stopped in her tracks by Cassie Cowper, and it will go out for another Thistle throw in. But a little bit of sustained pressure now in the Dundee United final third. Doherty's throw in to Henderson, got Cowper right next to her. Tries to shake her off, gets the cross in the middle. Ferguson coming to it, but it's cleared. Still there to be fought for. Comes out to Thistle's right hand side and then cleared up the line, and that could be a very good ball in behind, but Megan Cunningham should be favourite for that, and yeah, able to pick it up with McGinley nowhere near it. Cunningham punched long, it'll just about clear the halfway line. Picked up though by Harkin for United, and then a tackle from Henderson was a good one, but just breaks straight to Cowper. Then ball at the line, looked like it deflected off McClintock's arm, but it was in a natural position, so play goes on, and then Doherty puts it out for a throw. And we just need to wait for a second as Megan Cunningham ties her laces this time. But past the 15-minute mark, and both teams with one big opportunity, but still the score 0-0. We'll restart with a United throw in on their left touchline from Cassie Cowper. Cowper throws down the line. Good hold up play here, and it goes back to Cowper. Cowper then up the line again and finds Todd. Todd right up against the sideline, tries to go past Falconer and does a really good job, but stopped, albeit at the expense of a throw in for Thistle, who now will have a bit of sustained pressure after they had United pinned back in their own final third for a few moments. McGinley's throw. Looks like it's going to be a long one, plenty of bodies in the box to aim for. It is a long one and towards the edge of the 6-yard box, flicked on but blocked, and then McGowan clears it further. And McGowan battling with McGinley, and McGowan wins that one, and he'll be played up the line for another Thistle, another Dundee throw, sorry. Close to the Jags halfway line, and I think the referee's going to have a word with a couple of Thistle players who haven't been best pleased with a few of his decisions. Another throw for Cowper. Got Todd coming short, but goes back to McLaren. He's then worked over to the opposite side, and Donaldson doing some really good harrying. It's going to be a Dundee United throw in, but putting Claire Dilworth under real pressure there on the right hand side of Dundee United's defence. Throw in goes to Smith. Smith turns nicely. Try to look for support, tries to play the pass forward, but cut out by Taylor. And now a counter-attacking opportunity for Thistle with McClintock carrying it into the United half and playing it in behind for Ferguson. There's no offside flag here. Ferguson carrying it forward at the edge of the box, still going onto our left side. Plays it to Donaldson, she crosses it in. McClintock can't get there. Henderson can though, and the offside flag's up. Henderson thought she'd opened the scoring there, but offside flag denies her. Really good ball into the back post. Henderson met it brilliantly, really good finish, but ruled out. Ferguson and Henderson now pressing as United try and play out from the back, and almost cut out there. Still might be here as Docherty comes forward, but played away by Cowper. Then Faulkner's header sideways could put Thistle in a bit of trouble, and it's a really good ball over the top for Smith to chase after. United here tries the shot, and it's over the top of the bar. Another good opening going into end all of a sudden here at Petershill Park, and Smith couldn't find the finish with that volley. Goal kick for Cunningham to take. Henderson having that goal ruled out. She's got 2 so far this season for Thistle, including their first of the season, and that 3-1 defeat away at Hearts. Also got one in the 8-1 win over Glasgow, our former team. Cunningham's kicks headed back by Todd and then flicked on by McGinley. Todd brings it down well, and now will go at Faulkner, puts the ball into the middle. McCulloch's header drops to the edge of the box, and then the half volley comes in from Georgie Robb, but couldn't find the target. Being fought for in midfield, but we'll go out Murphy endeavours to take quickly. It's into Ferguson. Ferguson brilliant control, and then we'll move it out to the right hand side where it's clear Docherty. She's looking for options forward, and it's forward to Henderson. She plays it to Ferguson. Ferguson try to get past McLaren, but rips back out to McClintock. McClintock turns onto our left side, going to try the shot in towards goal, but always just curling the wrong side of the post, and the goalkeeper is pretty comfortable with that one. Just over 20 minutes played, still 0-0. Thistle with one really good chance through Ferguson, and then one that was converted through Cara Henderson, but ruled out for offside. Now long ball forward that McLaren has to deal with. Good header away, and then knocked on by foot, picked up by Thistle again though, and here's Ferguson moving into the box on her left side, still going, cuts back onto her right, gives it to Donaldson. She's on her right, tries a shot this time, and it's on target, but caught by the goalkeeper, McNichol. But Thistle certainly growing with confidence as the half goes on. Punt from McNichol, headed back by Faulkner and then flicked on by McClintock, but it's just going to be allowed to run out of play for an away throw. Went from Cowper to Robb, and she miscontrolled, but the referee said that Henderson got a touch in forcing that, and then McGinley looking to switch it out to the right, and that's a good ball. Gets past Murphy, looking for passes, finds Foot. Foot plays it into the middle, and McCulloch will clear that one. Falls to Dilworth. Dilworth hits it high into the air. Faulkner comes forward and gets her head to it and picks out McClintock with her header. McClintock onto Donaldson. Donaldson back to McClintock. McClintock through for Ferguson, and the offside flag goes up. And I think Ferguson was looking for that pass just a little bit quicker, but was a tight one nevertheless. Both teams showing a good attacking threat so far. And ball forward, McCulloch comes forward and it's a good header on it. Comes back Thistle's way though, and Docherty has to play it. Ferguson now could win it back, and foul by Cowper, and a few of the Thistle players feel that should be a yellow card in the position she was in. Question certainly to be asked. But we'll have a free kick inside the centre circle in the Dundee United half, which Henderson's going to take with McCulloch and Falconer making their way forward. Comes the ball in from Henderson. Plenty to aim at. Lifts it towards Donaldson. Donaldson flicks it on. It's going to be cleared by United. Now Smith and Donaldson going for it. Donaldson gets there but gives away a free kick in the process, and that will just ease the pressure on United for a moment. Give them a chance to come forward and offer a threat of their own. Try to take the free kick quickly, but it's going to be called back. So the referee's waiting to have a word with Donaldson. Cowper tries to switch it to the right hand side, but McCulloch steps forward and intercepts. Still with United though, and Foot has it here. Back to Delworth. Delworth into the middle. Docherty gets a flicked header on it. Comes to Todd. Todd then into McGinley. McGinley with a space to shoot and hit it very well, but couldn't keep the effort down. It flies over Megan Cunningham's bar. Cunningham with the long kick. McGowan trying to flick it on. It's going to break for Taylor. Taylor then straight over the top. McLaren though in the right place to defend it. Taylor comes forward again and wins it for Thistle, but then it's just hacked back in Megan Cunningham's direction by United. Still not particularly fast driven to this game. Thistle certainly raised the tempo a notch or two the last 10 minutes or so. But still you feel there's more to come from both teams. McCulloch there misjudges the ball and Smith in behind. Still going. Falconer comes across and helps out her defensive partner, but it'll be a corner kick to United, and that was a bit of a let off. So Rob to take the corner. Can be outswinger with the right foot towards the front post area. McCulloch does well to read it and get a header on it. Now Henderson flicks it round our marker and try to get to that ball before Foot. Does get there before a Foot, but Foot able to get a tackle in, and it will go out for a throw to the home side. Cara Henderson try to hold the ball up. Felt she was being filled with a defender on her back, but again the referee seemingly taking the direction of try to keep the game going as much as possible. It certainly seems to be the way he's refereeing this game. Goes out for a Thistle goal kick. Earlier, Thistle currently 5 points clear of bottom spot, Glasgow and 4 points clear of Aberdeen, who are second bottom at the moment. Thistle sitting in at third bottom and 10th on 5 points, but potential to move up a few places this afternoon. Both teams will feel they could be ahead, particularly Thistle with an offside goal that we'll have to look back on, and the chance for Ferguson as well. Here is Ferguson looking to play it in behind for Henderson, but well cut out by Cowper. Cowper will play it back to the goalkeeper McNichol, and United starting from the back. Long kick forward, Faulkner gets her head to it, it's up towards Cara Henderson, brings it down, and then tackled by Cowper, goes down in a heap, but again the referee not interested, and Faulkner plays it off of McGinley. McGinley past Doherty, and Doherty trips McGinley and gives the foul, and the home supporters here at Petershill Park not happy at all with the way the referee's officiating the game at the moment. Henderson's going to need a bit of treatment as we pass the half-hour mark. Still tied at 0-0. Henderson, who's down at the moment, having a goal ruled out for offside. When she's back up, there'll be the chance for United to get a ball into the middle. Through Cowper. Two-player wall for Thistle with McClintock and Lindsay Taylor set up a couple of yards outside the box. Dundee United sending all but two of their outfield players forward. Henderson still trying to understand why the referee didn't give a free kick for that challenge against her. Ferguson's now switched places with Lindsay Taylor, so Ferguson and McClintock in the wall. Cowper's delivery with the left foot. It's a flat one, a decent one. McCulloch doesn't deal with it, still there, up into the air, and Cunningham grabs it. Really good goalkeeping from Megan Cunningham, taking control of that situation, and there's a bit of worry about a player, I think it was McCulloch, who collided with the post. She's going to be in need of treatment straight away. Just as that ball came in, she looked like she was first to get to it, but didn't quite get it away properly, and then was hit high into the sky before Cunningham grabbed it, but looks like McCulloch collided with the post and maybe hurt her arm or shoulder in the process. Thistle ball with Cunningham. Her kick to the left hand side, Donaldson try to win it. It's going to break from McClintock. McClintock plays it on towards Ferguson. It goes past Ferguson, and then the header from Cowper puts McLaren under a little bit of pressure. Ferguson pressing, and it goes out from that clearance for a Thistle throw, and Thistle will stay on the attack. Murphy's throw here. Got Henderson short, she's got McClintock there as well, goes to Henderson. Henderson trying to take it past Ryan, forced backwards. Again, try to turn past Ryan, goes down, and it'll be a goal kick as Thistle's frustrations with the referee continue. Feels like nothing's going their way at the moment. United to try to play it out short, forward to Todd. Doherty pressing, Doherty wins it. Here's McClintock. McClintock onto Ferguson. Ferguson tries to turn back. He's defended well by Cowper, but Thistle still forcing Dundee United to go backwards, and then eventually clearance from Todd up the line, which finds McGinley. McGinley holding on to possession, keeping it in play. It'll come to Doherty though. Now McGowan into McClintock. McClintock turns, tries to spray it out to Donaldson, but cut out by Dilworth. And now Ryan will try and keep it in play for United to go on the attack. She plays it over the top for Smith to get after in a foot race with McCulloch here. McCulloch keeping up with her, but going to be forced to concede the throw. And another little bit of Thistle pressure, just passes by without that clinical edge. Another chance for the throw-in to come in, another long one towards the front post where McLaren's hanging about, but Donaldson's able to get the header away, breaks to the edge of the box, and eventually a free kick given in Thistle's favour. One ball forward, Ferguson trying to get her header on it, but it was Dundee United who were able to get to it first. This one will break to Donaldson though. Donaldson trying to play it through for Henderson. There's no offside flag here. She's got Ferguson alongside her, but tackled well by McLaren. It'll be a corner kick for Thistle. McLaren felt that one came back off Henderson as it went out, but the referee gives the corner kick, and now a real chance for Thistle to deliver something. And it's Henderson who will take the corner kick, 2 arms raised. It'll be an in-swinger. Henderson's delivery towards the back post where McCulloch's made a good move and couldn't get a clear header on it. She'd found a really good pocket of space, should keep it in here, does keep it in, looking for any support. Becca McGowan was next to her, but eventually just plays it off her defender, and it'll be another corner kick, this time from stand side here at Peters Hill Park. Again, it will be Henderson to take, outswinger this time. Last one went to the back post. Where will this one go? It's again towards the back post. McCulloch looked like she got a flick on it and almost took it off of Falconer's head. And then McClintock out on the left hand side, trying to keep the ball alive and not quite able to. It'll go out for a United throw. And there's going to be a yellow card here for Jordan McClintock for dissent. She felt she was being pushed as she tried to dribble out wide there, but the referee feels she was a bit too energetic in her complaints. Throw in, one back by Thistle, but then McGowan's loose touch just gave it back to United momentarily. But again, Lindsay Taylor picks it up and shows some good footwork, as she has a few times today. Coming forward, past a couple, still going. Lindsay Taylor still going on the right foot, tackled brilliantly by McLaren. That would have been some goal from Lindsay Taylor. Past about 3 players on her way to the box, but McLaren put in a really good tackle just as she looked to get the shot away. Now at the other end, United attacking. Falconer coming across to try and challenge Ryan, and gets herself into the right spot, able to clear it out for a throw-in. But brilliant play that was from Lindsay Taylor. Looks like it's going to be another one of these throw-ins deep into the Thistle box for United. McLaren sent up again. It's going to go back to Cowper. Cowper now hits it high into the box. Shez McCulloch gets a head on it and it's flicked away by Taylor. McClintock now on towards Ferguson, but headed away well by Dilworth. Still there to be won for Henderson. Breaks now to McGowan. McGowan forward to McClintock. McClintock challenged well and loses the ball when there could have been a couple of passes on, then puts a tackle in, and Ferguson commits the foul in the centre circle. problem for Lindsay Taylor here, who just moments ago went on that brilliant run through the Dundee United defence, but now down and needed some treatment. That would be a significant loss for Thistle. She's been very good so far today. Do have midfield options on the bench. The full bench for Thistle is Kim Ramsey, Rosie Slater, Beth Mackay, Caitlin Canavan, Taylor Hamill, Amy Bullock, Charlotte Terry, Freya McDonald and Leah Robinson. Thought Amy Bullock would probably be the most likely replacement if Taylor's not able to continue, but she was back on her feet for a moment but now back down, and it's probably not a good sign for Thistle. No movement on the Jags bench yet. Bullock is out warming up in case she's needed. Taylor able to walk off, but we'll have to wait and see whether she can then come back on. Free kick taken short by McLaren. Now Delworth will fizz it forward, and Falconer had to get a touch on that as it was almost making its way through to Smith, and Almina throw in on Dundee United's left hand side. Lindsay Taylor is ready to come back on, but being told to wait. Taylor still waiting to come on, and eventually is waved on, and there's going to be a goal kick there for Thistle as they defend that throw in comfortably. The game just in a bit of a lull at the moment. That Lindsay Taylor run really the only moment of real excitement for 5 or 10 minutes. Clearly two teams that want to go and win this game. Carnham's kick. Henderson challenging, gets ahead to it, but sends it back towards her own goal, and McCulloch has to clear that one for a United throw, which Cowper will come forward to take. Cowper going down the line looking for McGinley. Docherty cuts that out, but it'll be at the expense of another throw in to United. Cowper into McGinley, good turn from McGinley into the box. Falconer comes across and has to play out for a throw in. Good play from McGinley, smart play, opened up the space, turning away from Docherty. We're going to get another long heave into the box. It's taken short to Cowper. Cowper's cross blocked by McGowan, falls to Henderson now. Henderson not got much in front of her yet, waiting for some movement, then tries to play it long, but blocked well by Cowper, and it'll go out for Thistle throw. This will survive a few nervy moments. United never even really got into the box, but a little bit of pressure on the defence. Docherty's throw to Cara Henderson. Henderson pressured by 2, goes down, and the free kick given against Henderson, and a yellow for Cara Henderson. The Thistle players trying their best to keep frustration up under the lid, but the crowd doing the complaining for them. Latest from the Celtic game is they're 5-0 up against Glasgow. Ball into the middle, headed away by Taylor, and the free kick given the other way, and suddenly the game, which the referee was letting flow a lot early in the match, is becoming very stop-start. Via Glasgow and 5 down to Celtic. It looks like they're going to be stuck on 0 points this week. Cunningham aims it long towards Donaldson, but can't win that one. Come back Thistle's way through Todd. Docherty gets a good foot in. Now to Donaldson again. Really good first touch from Donaldson, but can't hang on to the ball. It's played forward by Harkin, and then Ryan, and now foot Rob, sorry, I should say, looking to move it out to the left for United, but won back by Rob. Taylor steps in, and now the ball breaks in behind the Dundee defence. McLaren's favourite for this one, but Thistle can put pressure on. McLaren has to play up the line. It goes straight to Henderson. Henderson controls it. Get pressure from behind. Still going. Henderson tries to lay out wide for Taylor and does get the free kick. And Henderson will feel that that's been a long time coming today. This is a promising position for Thistle. Just a couple of yards outside the box. On the right hand side, almost in line with the right hand side of the box from Thistle's perspective. So ankle probably favours a cross, but shot not completely off the cards.
Keep it down.
McGowan coming sharp. McCulloch and Falcon are both forward to Thistle. Dundee United doing nobody up top. All back to help defend this one. So Henderson with her right foot chips it into the middle. Good header away from McLaren. Breaks to McGowan. McGowan trying to get out wide to Cara Henderson, but can't find her, and it's going to be cleared by United. And now they can look to attack as Smith chased down the ball, which Doherty's favourite for. Doherty's clearance is pretty much straight up into the air though, and then Doherty and Murphy getting each other's way. Smith back to foot, well covered though by Henderson. Henderson to McGowan. McGowan then up the line, and Thistle ease the pressure after a little nervy moment there. Ball forward, good running behind. It's Harkin. Try to keep it in play, does keep it in play, but can only put our cross into the side netting, and it'll be a Thistle goal kick. Cunningham's kick. In for Donaldson again. Doesn't win it, but the second ball's there. Dilworth under pressure from Donaldson, but Donaldson giving away the free kick, and as I say, just become a bit bitty all of a sudden. So the free kick just inside Thistle territory. United to launch it into the Thistle box. Again, they couldn't get there. McCulloch's header away, and then Henderson's clearance. McGowan now forward to McClintock, and that's going to do us for the first half here at Petershill Park. Score 0-0. Cara Henderson having a goal ruled out for offside. Other chances apart from that were Lisa Ryan coming at the back post for Dundee United but couldn't convert. Robin Smith firing one over the bar from about 15 yards, and Abby Ferguson having a shot that went straight into the goalkeeper's hands. But we'll be back with you at the start of the second half for full match coverage of the second period.